Hello and welcome. I'm your host Red Rain. This is a series where I give Pokemon a new form from two randomly selected Pokemon. One is used as a base, and I take one type from the other. I find this sparks creativity and forces me out of my comfort zone to better improve my art. If you like my content, subscriptions are greatly appreciated. Let's get started. I don't like Shelmet's design.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
So anyways, this left me with three options, where I could have a Bug-type Landorus, a Ground-type Shelmet, and a Flying-type Shelmet. I don't like either of these Pokemon. Nothing came to mind for a Bug-type Landorus, so that just left me with Shelmet.
I don't know how, in what has it been, 5 or 6 rolls, and I somehow got Shelmet twice.
I think this is episode 7 or 6.
In any case,
yeah, this is 6.
The odds of getting the same Pokemon that soon are astronomically small.
Yeah, it's been 2 of since he got Shelmet. This is episode 6. He's gotten Shelmet twice.
It's just like me with ground types.
You have never escaped them.
Then I'm like, alright, so we got a ground type Shelmet or a flying type Shelmet. And I was thinking in relation to its nemesis, Carablast, that usually takes its armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do say this, Shelmet's a hard one because you do have to account for what a hypothetical Carablast would look like.
Well, actually, I thought of it in a different way. How does Shelmet evolve more or less? Not in the Pokemon terms of evolve, but how does it evolve more or less to counter that threat? And I thought, out of the two, Flying type is super effective against Bug. So, I still wanted to play homage to its Bug type too, but not the way that you're going to expect.
Okay, let's see this.
Alright, here is Flying type Shelmet.
Oh my god.
So, here...
Deploy the Weedles!
Yes. So, it's basically a stealth bomber that will drop Weedles.
I love it.
Yeah.
No, please explain to me how it gets a seemingly infinite supply of Weedle bombs.
Well, I think it's actually going to be a bit of a... I wanted to play off as a kind of symbiotic nature where it could just drop off these more or less. If you want, you can pretend that they evolve though as they're falling so they can survive the fall. I don't know. But in any case...
Imagine if in a Scavalier, it just wields a sheath for a Metapod.
Yeah.
Just a Metapod sword.
Yeah. So yes, I figured out of Shelmet's design, I'm gonna be honest, I never liked the bug part of it, but the shell helmet is pretty cool. And I'm like, okay, so what can I incorporate this with some kind of flying design? And I'm like, you know what, if you put some wings on it, it basically looks like a stealth bomber.
I love this so much.
Yeah, so, yes, so basically, instead of, obviously bombs, I'm like, okay, what can we do? And I'm like, you know what? I feel like Weedle could work kind of in the same vein as, I think a Mantine and Remoraid kind of symbiotic relationship there. Also, I feel like with Weedles, their heads, more or less, they've got, they've got a spike, and I'm like, they can kind of look like missiles as well, although obviously I'm going for more of a stealth bomber route, but I thought that was...
They feel more torpedo-like.
Yeah. So yes, basically this Shelmet here will fly around, fly around the Weedle, and maybe drop them from not a lethal distance. But...
You mean lethal to the enemy Pokemon or to the Weedle?
To the Weedle first, man.
In fairness, they could probably string shot on their way down and create a little
And then this is how Shelmet became the more dominant one over Carablast. They learned to deal with the Carablast.
So in this region, does Carablast just not exist? Did it make them extinct?
Oh, I don't know. If I get a Carablast one day, we'll find out.
You know, if you get Carablast, you have to do it and you have to include this design.
Yeah.
Or if I get a Carablast, we'll find out.
There you go.
This Shelmet is a flying bug type with the abilities Emergency Exit and Infiltrator. After enduring generations of loss at the hands of Carablast, this Pokemon has evolved to combat the threat. Having air superiority, it will find its target undetected. This Pokemon has a symbiotic relationship with Weedle. and they will work together to expand their territory. I gave it stats that reflect an offensive nature, rather than the defensive nature of regular Shelmet. The series is done jointly alongside BG2006. Check out his channel where we go over a Pokemon that he has come up with. What are your thoughts on this Pokemon? What type option would you have gone with? Let me know in the comments below. Take it easy, and catch you guys next time.